Hey, it's Chris again.
And it's James again.
This moment by the lake where you get punched out by the person who turns out to be Ned Goodwin is one of the few times in the game where we have a complete takeover cutscene like this, sort of fully animated.
It shoulders the burden for the whole second half of the game of the player feeling scared. Like when they get to the research site, a lot of people have talked to me about they were always worried that they were going to get punched again because it happens from behind, so they're constantly sort of like spinning the camera around. It's along with like the rope breaking on day one, it's probably like one of the biggest punchy action set pieces I got to animate. And it's also interesting that like most of the action happens off camera, so I'm sort of implying a bunch of stuff and then sort of handing it over to audio and being like, okay, you need to basically make most of this actually work.
Yeah, scoring this was almost like scoring a tiny little radio drama because there are the sort of creeping footsteps behind you and they're panning slightly from right to left as they approach, and then there's the big like Indiana Jones style fist punch sound, which was really fun. That was definitely the most outrageous sound I got to put in this game. And then the ringing, yeah, it was really fun. This moment changed a fair amount because it was so incredibly difficult to communicate to the player, oh, there's this exact little thing on the ground that you have to notice and pick up, and you have to do that for the game to progress. There was actually a version of this where you didn't technically need to pick up the radio, and it just led to way too much like design uncertainty and confusion.
Yeah, this was definitely one of those points where we had to be realistic about, is the game actually getting better for giving you the option to completely ignore every single part of the through line of the game? And in this case we said, no, it's not actually.
Yeah, a lot of this game ended up being about finding a compromise between player expressivity and actually making sure some kind of coherent story got told. So this was quite a significant example of that in development. It took a long time to nail down, but I'm pretty happy with where it ended up.